Good morning, students. Let's start today's session. And today we are taking a new topic, that is finding square root by division method. We learnt finding square root by prime factorization method and repeated subtraction. In today's class, we will be using another method, that is division method. But before that, let us see one point. If a perfect square is of n digits, then the square root will have n by 2 digits if n is even. Let us understand this by an example. Suppose 64. We know 64 is a perfect square and it has 2 digits, and 2 digit means it is even. It is even number of digits it is having. So its square root will have 2 by 2, that is over here n is 2. So its square root will have 2 by 2 digits, that is equal to 1 digit. In 64 we have 2 digits which is even, means n is equal to 2. Number of digits is equal to 2. So its square root will have how many digits? It will have n by 2 is equal to 2 by 2 is equal to 1. And we know square root of 64 is 8. So 8 is, there is only 1 digit. Similarly, if a perfect square is of n digits and n is odd, for example 100. 100 is a perfect square, but in 100 there are 3 digits which is odd, means n is equal to 3 over here, and 3 is odd. So how many digits are there in the square root of 100? So there will be n plus 1 by 2 digits, that is equal to 3 plus 1 by 2, that is equal to 4 by 2, that is 2. So the square root of 100 will have 2 digits, and we know square root of 100 is 10, and see there are 2 digits. So this is how you can find the number of digits in the square root of a given square number. So children, this concept will be useful in finding the square root by division method. So let's start. Let's take the first question. We need to find the square root of 529 by division method. So what will be the first step? In the first thing, what we have to do, we have to write the number, and then we have to make pairs from the right side. This is the right side for you. So start making pairs from right side. We see that the number is perfect square. It is a perfect square and there are 3 digits in the perfect square. So how many digits will be there in the square root of 529? Yes, there will be 2 digits. So let's start. First, write the number and make the pair from the right hand side, and you should take only pair of 2 numbers. So 5 is left out with only 1. For it there is no pair. So it's okay. And in this division method we only have to do the square of the numbers, means we should not see for the number 5 will be divisible by, like we only choose square numbers, like 2 2s are 4, 2 3 3s are 9. So to divide 5, there should be a square number which is smaller than and or equal to 5. It must be smaller than 5 or equal to 5. So choose a square number which is equal to 5 or less than 5. Yes, there is only 4. So what we will do, 2 multiplied 2, 2 will be the divisor and it will be multiplied by 2, which is a quotient. So what will be the answer? It will be 4. Now draw a line. It is the same thing what we do in the normal divisions, but only difference is that we use only square numbers. So now we will subtract 4 from 5. What do we get? We get 1. Now whatever there is left out in the pair, you should write it down again. So take this number down. Now your dividend is 129. Next step is what? We have to add this quotient and the divisor and write the number over here. So when we add these two numbers, what do we get? Yes, we get 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. Now we see that there is 129, so we have to choose a square number which is less than 9 or equal to 9, not greater than 129. So we have 4, and what must be the divisor or what must be the new divisor so as to multiply with a number so that we get a number less than 129 or equal to 129. So let's start. Now new divisor we are taking, let's take 1, 41. So 41 we are taking, then we should multiply whatever we are taking over here, we should be multiplying it that number only. So 41 multiply 41 is equal to 41. So this is not the, it is smaller than 129 but not close to 129. So let's think of another number, that is 42. So whatever we are taking this side, we should be multiplying with this 2. So 2 will be the new divisor. So sorry, 2 will be the new quotient and 42 will be the new divisor. So when we multiplied 42 and multiplied 2, what do we get? We get 84. Again this is a number but it is not very close to 129. So let's take another number, 43 multiply 3. So what do we get? 129. So we are very close to, it is all equal to 129. So what will be the new divisor? It will be 43. So whatever we are writing over here, it should be written over here as well. So what do we get? 129. Draw a line. Now subtract 129 from 129. What do we get? 0. Do this until we get 0. So here we got 0 and the quotient is 23. That means square root of 529 is 23. So square root of 529 is 23. So these are the steps. We have done this by step. See, here we got the quotient and the whatever is the quotient is the answer for the given perfect square. It is the square root of 529. Let us take another question. Find the square root of 4096. So what will be the first step? Now we have to find the square root of, that is under root 4096. 4096 is a perfect square and there are 4 digits in the perfect square, that is, it is even. So how many digits will be there in its square root? Yes, there will be 4 by 2, that is equal to 2 digits. So let's start doing the finding the square root of 4096 by division method. Why we are using division method? We are using division method because for the large numbers or the large perfect square numbers, it becomes very tedious or difficult to solve it by prime factorization method or repeated subtraction. So to find the square root of the given perfect square, we can use division method. It is quite simple. So let's start. 4096. Write down the numbers like this and start pairing from right side. So 96 and next is 40. So the first step is to find a square number which is less than 40 or equal to 40. So write it down. We know the square number. Write down the square number from 16. Let's take 16 is a square of 4. Next square number is 25. It is a square of 5. Next number is 36, and after 36 next number square number is 49, which is a square of 7. So we see that 36 is less than 40 and it is a square number. We have to choose only the square number in the first step. So what should be the divisor? Yes, 6 should be the divisor, and with what number it should multiply to get 36? Yes, it should be multiplied with 6 to get 36. Now subtract 36 from 40. What do we get? We get 4. Now what is the next step? Next step is to write the number. What is left? 496. Now the new dividend is 496, and the next step is to add the divisor and the quotient. So when we add divisor and the quotient, what do we get? We get 12, and write the number over here. So 6 plus 6 is 12. So now what will be the next step? Yes, we have to find the number which should be multiplied with this new divisor to get the number close to 496 or equal to 496. So let's start. When we take 121, we should multiply it with 1. So what do we get? We get 121. So 121 is less than 496, but it is not close to 496. So next, take the next number as 122. So 122 multiply 2. What do we get? 4. 244. Again 244 is less than 496, but it is not close to 496. So take next number as 123. So multiply 3. What do we get? 963. 369 is close to 496. Let's check for 124. Multiply 4. What we get? 16. 2 4 to the 8, 9 and 496. So when we multiply 124 with 4, we get 496, which is exactly equal to the dividend. Now we subtract this and we get 0. So the square of 4096, square root of 4096 is 64, and the square root has 2 digits. So what is the answer? Under root 4096 is equal to 64. So these are the steps. So children, this is all for today. These are the two questions for finding the square root by division method. Practice these questions and do the assignment. These are the questions, easy one. That's all for today. Thank you.